Hello everybody and welcome back to Level of Detail, brought to you by the Games Development Department here at Staffordshire University. I'm David James and I'm the Course Director for Games Design, and I'm joined today by Professor Chris Headleand, Head of the Games Development Department, and Associate Lecturer Jamie Nicholas. They're both back. So today, in this episode, we're going to play one of the most popular games of all time, Minecraft. And Jamie's already into it. Tell us what we've got here.
I found a sheep, Deej.
What a start.
I found a sheep.
I mean,
we've spawned in Wales.
It's already, this is going to be a great episode. I can feel
New
it.
Zealand.
Oh.
I mean, sheep are everywhere.
Sheep are everywhere.
Sheep
are everywhere.
This is a brand new server, correct? Brand new game.
I've just generated ourselves a brand new world. I've got nothing in my inventory. Look, it's another character that looks like me.
I mean, it's equally adorable as it is narcissistic.
Thank you very much.
It's all fine. That's what we're about. So, now, just to sort of set the context of experiences, then, Chris.
Yes.
Minecraft.
I've never played it.
So this is going to be interesting for you then.
Yes and no. I've been present when it has been played.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a game I've played myself.
All good. I've played it a long time ago, probably about 16 years, maybe 15 years ago. Someone will probably say in the comments something like it wasn't out then, Deej, but it feels like it was 15 years ago.
That's because you're getting very old.
Indeed. Jamie, again, it falls upon you.
It falls upon me to
expert.
know things, and in the grand scheme of the game development department, be the one who plays video games. Yeah.
These two specific ones, I hasten to add.
Let's be very clear, I play video games, I just don't play Minecraft.
You were a Starfield expert, and now it's fallen upon you again to go
Yes.
from the stars very much down to the earth.
Yes, I've got so much knowledge. Some ask actually when I do my job.
Talk us through, what's the plan?
I've played Minecraft for years, and today what we're going to be trying to do is, in classic Minecraft fashion, we are going to be surviving the first night.
Right.
There we go.
What does the night bring? Why is that something that we've got to survive?
The night brings lots of terrifying creatures. We've got zombies, we've got skeletons, we've got spiders as well, which could be a problem.
All bad news.
Currently, what we're encountering is a cow.
So I have a really basic question. Why, as somebody who plays this a lot, why do you think Minecraft is as popular as it is?
So, it's an open sandbox creativity tool at its core, right? So I could tear down that mountain over there, and out of the resources I gather from that mountain, I could create, a car. Oh my God, there's turtles. Sorry. I could create. I haven't played this update. I could create a castle. I could create an aeroplane, right? It's really entirely up to
three turtles are all sharing that tiny puddle.
Yeah, this is where they've come to.
Can you do anything with the turtles?
You can kill them, but I'm not going to because I'm a vegetarian. Makes the game a lot more difficult. But the first thing you really need to do is, something's on fire over there. The first thing you really need to do is you need to build yourself a shelter. So I'm going to go about, I've got myself a crafting bench. So this is the crafting bit of Minecraft. And I've spotted, when we were over here, some coal. So I'm going to endeavour to make myself some things so that I can use them to survive.
Is the survival mode the main thing that's popular about it? Or, because there's the other mode, isn't there, where you can just make yourself invincible and build a load of stuff?
So there's actually 3 modes. There's, by knowledge checking Deej before we've even got 5 minutes in.
What's a third mode then?
So
Don't just make it up.
we've got creative, and we've got survival, and we've got pistachio. No, not pistachio. We've got adventure mode.
Ooh.
So I'll run through why it So survival mode is what we're doing now. I've got a health bar and a hunger bar at the bottom. I've got to find food and resources to look after myself. But we've also got, so creative mode is when you do more of the creative side. So you get all of the blocks in the game in an inventory, you can build whatever you want. Now adventure mode is one that it's probably fun that you haven't heard of it because it's quite a niche one. But back in the early days of Minecraft and YouTube, one of the more popular things people did with Minecraft was they would create things called adventure maps, which is essentially, and it actually relates a lot back to game design, they would create mini adventures with things like puzzles and enemies and narrative inside of Minecraft that people could then play. Adventure mode was a mode set up for this, which essentially limits what the player can do, so it plays more like an RPG game, so that they can't go around and just break the walls of things and like break through things.
Gotcha. Like a more guided experience there.
Yes.
So I have a question then. Obviously, one of the areas where Minecraft has been really popular is as an education tool, teach people how to code, and again, various subject materials that have been delivered through the world of Minecraft as a game interpretation tool. Is that its own mode, or has that branched off one of those 3 modes that you mentioned?
So, in terms of, I'll just focus on one of the first things you said when it comes to programming. Is Minecraft actually provides in-game programming APIs that you can code in the form of a block. So I think really any part of Minecraft can be used as like an educational piece. In very early days, there was a YouTube channel that focused around a teacher in America who used Minecraft as like an educational tool for his class. So essentially, they learned things like team building. They learned things like not necessarily construction, but more like the logical flow of construction, and things like maths as well. Because again, you can set up the game to do more or less anything you want. There's even an inbuilt sort of pseudo electrical type thing called redstone, which is where you can set up actual sort of electric sort of like
logic
gates and things like that. Yeah,
incredible. Yeah, the things people make with this stuff. Like I remember trying to get a door sort of working, like with like switches, and then you sort of go online and people have made like full sort of emulators of old computer games or something.
Well, absolutely. I mean, I've seen emulators built in Minecraft of effectively simple computer circuits, right? And once you've got those basic logic gates in place, so I think obviously that level of sandbox crafting is really powerful. I mean, example, maybe you guys don't know this. One of the members of the library team here has actually built a library instance in Minecraft.
Yeah, absolutely. So they were going to use it as just a means of sort of like introducing people to our library systems, wasn't it? Library services. But there's also a load of information in there as well to do with just referencing, and just doing research, all contained within the education version of this, which is just a brilliant application of it. Really, really nice.
Well, I think this is why. So one of the areas I'm really interested in is how we use games for learning. Right? I mean, something I don't think we talk about enough. We naturally learn through games all the time. We learn how to play before we learn how to talk. It's one of the few things that we share with animals, right? Is that we all play to learn. And that power doesn't go away with age. We do less of it. We embed less of it into our daily lives. We learn less through play. There's no reason why we shouldn't. It's still a very powerful way of doing it. In business now, one of the big areas of business education is simulation-based learning. Doing role play, basically. What is that if not a game? Awesome. If you've ever seen some of the equipment we have in the healthcare department here, massive simulation rooms that are effectively powered by game technologies.
Brilliant. No, it's absolutely the case. What are you doing?
So I'm quite particular about where I build things. So I'm looking for a nice spot to build things, but I'm also... Minecraft contains quite a few randomly generated structures. So I'm going to run off into this desert in the hopes that we can find one. But there's there's like mine shafts, and there's like temples, and there's villages full of villagers that you can trade with. So I usually try and make sure that I'm close to at least like one kind of interesting object. Failing that, there's a lovely sea here. I do need to find some food at some point. This game is infinitely more difficult when you are a vegetarian.
Yeah, no, for sure. Deep bodies of water like this do give me the heebie-jeebies.
You can have a little swim
Is
down.
there anything sort of terrifying? Oh, look at that. No, I'm all right for that.
There's actually an underground ravine.
Just it's the void staring in, like, from here, not too bad, but when you went underwater, then...
Some squids over there. Look at them.
Murderous ones.
Nah, friendly.
Oh,
you get ink off
Can
them.
you eat those?
Again, still a vegetarian, Chris, but no, you can't, unfortunately. You can eat the salmon.
I didn't know if squids count.
Yeah, they do. I haven't had calamari in a while, so it must do.
Okay.
Yeah, this is lovely. This is another one of those auto-generated structures I mentioned earlier. in which there's this is actually what looks like a ravine that's cut into the ocean. So if I jump down here, you can see that it's very deep and there's all bubbles. Actually, I shouldn't go over
there's
that.
lava
That'll drag me
down
down. There's lava down there that's been turned into obsidian because of the water that's spawned on top. Which is really,
stuff
cool.
that's modelled is really interesting like that. That's very,
I mean, the number of algorithms kind of running in parallel to create something like, say, when you've got water on lava turning into obsidian, and when you've got, I was interested when you were saying that these randomly, procedurally created structures. Now, is that effectively, do you know if that's stuff that's been pre-designed that's then placed in the environment, or is it, do you see patterns in these buildings, or is that just completely procedural?
Some of them are fully designed, so the temples always tend to be the same. That may have changed, and then some of them tend to be more algorithmic. So the villages tend to get built algorithmically. I'm not sure what that is. I've just seen 3 things poking out of the ground. And I thought that would be quite interesting.
Just to jump in, I'm terrified that the sun is going down.
Yes, I'm going to.
So that night's come around kind of sharpish, right? Well, I mean, are you prepared?
How long is a Minecraft day?
I was sure when we started this recording that it was about half an hour long. It could be 10 minutes to 10 minutes. So it's 10 minutes day, 10 minutes night.
Right.
But what I'm going to build, I am prepared. I'm going to build myself a very quick, oh dear. Get my axe out. I'm going to build myself a very rudimentary hut. This tends to be the first night experience. And it's sort of, so the way I got into Minecraft was I watched some guys called the Yogscast. And the video I watched first was their how to survive the first night in Minecraft. And it's essentially what I'm doing now. They ran around for a bit, looked as a spider there. There he was, and a Skelly Bob. I'm just going to make myself, because I don't like building, I can't have a house without a door.
Remind me, do these things actively come for you, or are they just about? And if you're nearby, or is it like you've got to survive sort of waves of these things now?
They may have a pop. That's the concern. I might want to build myself a roof as well.
Indeed. Known skilled climbers are spiders. So
yeah,
if you don't get yourself a roof, you're asking for trouble, right?
That one's eyeing me up. There you go.
So, with the crafting side, I've seen you kind of throw stuff into that crafting tool and out pops a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have to just remember the patterns that produce things, or?
Yes, it's weird. I know quite a few of these by memory, but there is a little crafting book. So if you have the relevant bits and pieces, so I picked up a dandelion earlier, and I can use a dandelion to make yellow dye, so I could go in and I can make that. In old Minecraft, it was a lot more like you've got to make everything yourself.
That's how I remember it.
Yes.
Just sort of banging stuff together and seeing what happened, or having to Google it. Or
having to Google it, yeah. But now you can see that now it's night time. Oh, hell!
Told you.
But like my
famously.
reaction.
That was spider.
No. Well, it will drop its eye, and I could eat that. But yeah. So I am losing bits of my hunger bar. I'm down to three meat chunks.
Oh no!
Which is
what happens when
still
we get,
problematic as a vegetarian.
What happens when we get down to 0 meat
I will
chunks?
start to lose hearts, or I won't regenerate hearts.
Yes, that rings true.
These are little zombie fellas.
Because if you're well fed, your hearts come back over time. Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah. Cool. So famously bad at climbing zombies, so I think this is going to work out just fine.
There we go. There's a whole combat system as well. There's a little sword that's filling up underneath there. And over there is probably one of the most iconic creatures from Minecraft, is the Minecraft creeper.
I remember them from the day.
This is the fella that blows up things.
Ruins all your hard work.
Somebody always dresses up with one on Halloween. So, I mean, it's an easy costume. You need a few boxes, right?
Yes. Some green paint, job's a good one.
So, okay, I've got a question. So we've said, okay, vegetarian, can't eat the cows, can't eat the turtles. Wasn't suggesting you ate the taters, but you can't. So what else can you eat in Minecraft? What's the culinary options?
I mean, right now I'm eating dirt. But so there's quite a few actually. So again, it's not just the world that you can see in front of you. There's a whole bunch of stuff that you can do. For example, if I went around and I'm going to be dangerous now. If I go over here and I just start hitting these, oh, there we go. Right, I've got myself some wheat seeds. Right, And what I could do is I could pop into my crafting table and I can make myself a hoe. And I can do some farming if I remember how to make a hoe. I do. There we go.
Oh,
I can make myself a little wooden hoe. I can find a good bit of dirt. There we go.
so quick.
I know.
Dexterous.
Dexterous. Thank you very much. If only I could apply this to anything else. But I can, because it's educational.
Yep.
There we go. I've made some farmlands. Right. Oh dear.
Let's not worry about that.
Just, sir, please. Just shush. No.
So is the
There we go.
creeper a zombie? Or is it just a creeper?
The creeper was a mistake. If you look at the creeper, oh, please no. The creeper itself is actually the same model as the pig in Minecraft. Give me a second.
Yeah.
There's a spider in my house, and it's bigger than the average spider. The model of the...
Oh, you hit him with the hoe.
So the hoe is now dead. The model of the creeper is it was an accident when they made the pig model. If I can find a pig, I'll show you.
That's one hell of an accident.
And then they recoloured it green and they made it explode, and it's now one of the most iconic creatures from a video game ever.
Wow.
Every day's a school day.
Much like a pig.
That's because it's horizontal, it's vertical. That's why. Oh dear. Oh dear. That's going to lower the resale value.
At least you haven't blown your walls up though, has it? You've still got your...
No, my lovely... Oh no, look.
Oh,
that's a window,
bit.
that is.
That'll
be a window.
That's a spider hatch, that is.
But yeah, so generally, the gameplay of this is, for the first few nights, it's all about survival, right? The first few nights, I'm just waiting out, trying not to die, getting a few bits off the creeper. So I got some string. If I'd killed the creeper, I would have got some gunpowder, so I could use that for things. The zombie dropped a bit of rotten flesh.
Delicious.
The ethics of eating this are escaping me, so I'm just going to drop that in the ocean.
Yeah.
But as it progresses, it becomes more and more of like the building side of it. So I've got my little hovel on the beach, but what I could do again is I could go off and I could harvest all the bits in that mountain, and I could build myself a castle, and from that castle I could prepare more, I could go out and do more things. And there's
assume you could tunnel as well, make a hobbit hole.
a bit of mining, yes.
Yeah.
Mining and
Mining
crafting.
in your crafting.
Yes. But
So,
yeah.
so Deej mentioned that when we in the last episode that we sometimes put little challenges in these. I think you should do some danger gardening.
Danger gardening.
Well, we know you've got some oogly booglies all around you. I want to see how much food you can create
By the cover of
without
night.
getting eaten yourself.
Yeah. Okay.
Well,
So this is literally, I believe, the most efficient way of getting seeds.
yeah. What's that?
Those are skeletons. Now they can
sure.
shoot me at range.
And that's danger gardening.
That is danger gardening. Yes.
You're living it now.
But what I can do is I've got myself some more seeds now. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to...
Did they ever add, right, like in the open world survival version, an end goal of such? Because originally there wasn't one, right, when I played it. And then I know that sort of other games that were inspired by it, such as like Terraria and games like that, very much had to do all this stuff and you can win. There's a final thing to kill.
So, yes, there is. And funnily enough, it's called The End.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. So it's not a spider or a skeleton, and it's a bit grander.
It's got some light narrative to it. I mentioned those procedural locations earlier, and out somewhere in the world is something called a stronghold.
Okay.
And inside of that stronghold, there is something called an end portal. And essentially, the end portal, to activate it, you have to get these Eye of Ender things, and they're a combination of like something called an Enderman, which is a very tall fella, and if you kill him, he drops his eye.
I've seen the memes.
And then you can combine them with a fiery thing that you get from hell, because you can go to hell in the game. I'm not just saying that.
I mean,
and
that sounds like a mission for another episode. Let's get to hell.
Go to hell.
Speed run.
But with
I'm
those,
curious, do people try and speedrun Minecraft?
yes, they do.
How
Yes,
does that take?
So there's actually quite a lot of controversy around this.
Oh, gosh.
Okay.
So there's quite a few speedruns on YouTube, and there's quite a community around it. One of the controversies is there are ways of manipulating the game so that you get better things in front of you when you start the game.
Cheats doesn't count.
Or
Doesn't count.
you could goof it essentially, and you could get yourself like really nice gear, hide it in a world, and then say, "Oh look, I've generated a new world." But people do speedrun it. Yeah, it's an interesting one. But
something, and this is not a criticism, but something we're in no danger of as the second day draws in, and we have a hoe and a hole in a house.
Would you like to do some mining, Deej?
Go on.
Would you like me to dig a hole?
Yeah, go on. Let's go and get some gear.
Make myself a little. There we go. 20 minutes in, I've made a pickaxe.
Brilliant.
Fantastic.
Let's get something dug, mined no less.
Right. So I can't sprint, so I'm going to very slowly amble over to this mountain over here. I'm going to dig into the mountain.
Oh, why are you going so slow?
Why am I going so slow?
Because you're on half health or hungry, or is that just how slow you go in this?
Well, you know, I haven't exercised recently.
Oh, fair.
No, it's because I haven't got a lot of food in me, so I can't, you know, do exercise.
So if you got that hunger bar filled up, you'd be all right.
I'd be grand.
So something I'm quite interested in is this. When you were earlier, you said, "Well, I won't do that because I'm a vegetarian." That's it. Is there? How are people? Obviously, you've taken that part of you and you've role played that into your character, right? So, how do people use Minecraft as a tool for expression, tool for kind of self-discovery and self-representation?
So it's weird you should ask that, because I was going to mention this, but I mentioned the Yogscast earlier, and they're a group. Well, they were early on. It was just two guys called Simon Lane and Lewis Brindley, and their whole MO was playing World of Warcraft. And they jumped into Minecraft at one point, and they did a series of like, how to survive the first night, how to do things, and in sort of like a natural progression, they're quite creative people. They ended up building a storyline out of that with their friends who played NPCs in this story, and it became quite like quite a known online phenomenon of something called Shadow of Israfel. And what that's kind of propagated through, because if you ask anyone about Minecraft currently, the online discussions tend to be centered around something called an SMP, so it's a survival multiplayer world.
Yeah.
And it's the same kind of thing in which groups of people will make these survival multiplayers and they will play Minecraft together, but they'll sort of put like narrative bits on top. They'll put like role play on top. They'll put like NPCs on top and like extrinsic like goals, awesome. And they'll make it into kind of like a story that they want to tell. And it's all thanks to like this kind of open creativity that the game has, that they can do that. I've dropped your pickaxe.
Punching now.
Yeah.
There you go.
There we go. So this is the mining bit of the game. Now,
you're doing a good job.
It's really a coin flip if I'm going to encounter something interesting, or if I'm just going to keep on going into the ground. I
take it you haven't hit any sort of useful resources whilst you're down there.
I have hit some more coal.
Seen that though,
more
haven't we?
Coal. What I have picked up is a lot of cobblestone, which means when I go to make my next pickaxe, it will be a better pickaxe.
As well, yeah, that's it. That's the grind. Minecraft sort of, I don't want to say started this, but like this whole sort of idea of open world survival and sort of grinding and building and improving yourself, but it pretty much put it on the map, more or less, didn't it? And like the amount of things that have come after, the amount of sort of, not derivative, but similar games inspired by it. I mentioned like Terraria before, which was like a 2D version of this, but with a bit more of like, maybe a sort of, not narrative, but like a purpose before Minecraft apparently added in the missions and stuff, like, the overall goal to kill the end. But you play Terraria or anything else like this much, or was it just...
Yeah.
Yeah?
Stop calling me out.
Yeah?
I love Terraria so much.
It's lovely. It's a lovely game.
It's a 2D version of Minecraft, but they go a lot deeper with it. So they've got lots of different versions of like ores that you can find. I was really hoping to find another ore. The game is not letting me. But they've got different versions of ore. They've got lots more creatures, and they've got bosses as well. And there's like a narrative going in the background. I was building a house myself in Terraria. There's NPCs that you can build houses for.
Yeah. No, awesome. And it's just expanding that sort of core formula that these guys kind of started with, isn't it?
And how many players can play together in Minecraft?
It's up to server limits, really. I've known of servers that are up to 1,000 players, I think, but it can definitely be more than that.
That sounds chaos.
I picked up some copper.
Yes, good.
Sorry, officer. I'm so sorry.
We can use, it's fine. What can we turn that into? It must be something incredible,
Assuming a copper
mind-blowing.
pickaxe.
I don't know.
Okay, fine.
I have never found it before.
You've never found copper?
So I've played
In the
Minecraft.
hundreds of hours?
It's a new thing.
Oh, is it? Okay, I'll let you off then.
It's not been around very long. I'm sure you can do loads with it. In fact, if I smelted it, my inventory might say, let's go do that.
Mine copper. Maybe I'm misremembering it.
Yeah, I'm going to try and find some iron.
Bet it's a copper pickaxe.
If it's a copper pickup, I'll be so sad.
Just a quick question, so geographically, how far away from your house are you, and will it take you a long time to get back?
I think I'm significantly far away at this point.
Okay, we won't bother
I'm
with
in a
that
hole.
then. We won't bother with that then. I was going to say perhaps we could round up the episode with
we'll
you
pop back.
turning your copper into some wonderful thing to decorate your house with.
We'll give it a go. I can do it in the hole.
Do what?
Make the copper.
Oh, okay. I lost the thread of what we were talking about then. No, I want you to go and decorate your house.
Okay.
Because your house survived the night.
Most of it.
Most of the house.
I'll tell you what, we
survived
could
the
actually
night.
build a window.
Let's go. Not out of copper. I mean, that sounds pointless.
Make glass. Right. Okay.
let's
Where's
get
my
that.
house?
Go on.
Oh, look, there it is.
You did that really quickly. Yeah.
So good at this game,
Well
Deej.
done. Yeah,
So
yeah,
good.
Yeah.
You can tell I've played it recently. Didn't know copper was a thing till I had
No,
it.
that's fine.
So,
Let's go turn it into something joyous and wonderful.
I'm going to walk in there's going to be a creeper, and the episode's going to end on me dying horrifically.
Well, you know.
The thing that always fascinates me about this game is that as a computer scientist, all the voxels, all those individual positions, all those individual game objects that need to be stored in memory, managed, the fact that you can destroy them, the fact that there's different components in there. Again, it's one of those things as a computer scientist you nerd out about, but it's the actual memory management of this game is incredible.
And it was originally built in Java.
Yeah,
so I don't know how they
exactly.
did. I honestly don't know.
There's a
Very clever algorithms.
How it runs as well as it did back in the day, I don't know.
There is actually something I'll add on that, is in Minecraft there is something called the Farlands, and it's a location. If you go any direction on the map, it all gets auto-generated in front of you. The Farlands is the bit where it breaks, and you get essentially this really broken sort of area. I don't know if they've fixed it, but it's this. There's a content creator who was doing something called Farlands or Bust, in which he was walking from the spawn point to find that bit, but because of how Minecraft's memory is managed, it's like a 3 or 4 year journey.
I was going to
If
say
he
how
walks
long
like
does that? Oh, wow.
however long per day. I'm going to try and
No.
make a copper pickaxe. Deej, you've lied to me.
I don't know. I didn't know you
It
could.
was definitely Deej who said about the copper pickaxe.
Yeah. I heard you say the words copper pickaxe, and I've tried to make one.
Okay,
and
build
I've
something
been
else out of
bamboozled.
copper.
I'm trying my best here, but it is not giving me anything. Oh,
Go on.
I can build a block of copper.
Build that. We'll use it as a window. Pop it in the hole.
Unfortunately, I need more copper.
Right.
What I can do, hold on, watch this. This is amazing. Right.
Disappointed me for the last time.
I'm going to get some sand, look, right?
Yeah.
Put my sand in my furnace. Guess what this is going to do?
Make glass.
More copper.
More you don't, okay, your understanding of
Basic
chemistry is
yeah.
very concerning.
So much so that I
we
nearly
go.
called it basic alchemy, which just makes it sound more fancy than it is.
Here we go.
Pop that in.
Bam. Look at that.
That's a fancy window as well.
It is. It's
lovely,
lovely.
that
That
is.
cost you a few bob.
Yeah.
Overhanging window.
Yeah.
Overhanging window.
Wow.
The insulation on that must be amazing because these are
Yeah.
metre by metre.
Well, we've seen the world of
There
Minecraft.
we go.
Jamie has built a roofless shack
Shack.
With a fancy
with a
window.
single fancy window in the corner. So I think on that note, friends, we will call it for now. So that's it for this episode. We've had a blast. Literally, that creeper did. Literally, that creeper did. What do you say to that? Yeah, there you
Took me
go.
a second then.
No, it's fine. We can add more laughs in post as well. So, remember, we love hearing from you. So please do fire us any questions that you might have into the comments, and we'll get back in good time. And also check out all the other videos on our Level of Detail YouTube channel. Thanks again to my brilliant guests, Chris and Jamie. And until next time, it's bye for now.